On this week's episode of the Weekly Buzz, Amazon has a new AI feature to help customers find products based on their interests. Also, Amazon announced the Prime Day deals details, and we'll also discuss AI images and how they're changing the e-commerce space. This and more on this week's episode of the Weekly Buzz.
How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. I'm your host, Bradley Sutton, and this is the show that is our Helium 10 Weekly Buzz, where we give you a rundown of all the news stories that are going on in the Amazon, Walmart, and e-commerce world. We highlight the latest new feature alerts from Helium 10, and we review a training tip of the week that'll give you serious strategies for serious sellers of any level in the e-commerce world. Now, today our host is going to be Carrie Miller. So, Carrie, take it away and let us know what's buzzing.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into our first article of the day. And this is about our new feature in Amazon for customers that basically helps customers find products based on their interests. So this could really change the game for sellers. So let's go ahead and take a look at the article, okay? So this is the article, and basically it says Amazon's AI-powered interest feature automatically finds new products that match your passions and hobbies. So this is very, very interesting. It goes on to describe all of the details, and it says with interests, you can create personalized shopping prompts tailored to your interests, price limits, and preferences from mainstream to niche using everyday language. Now, I kind of thought this might have, something to do with how, TikTok's algorithms are really, really good with their TikTok shop. It really just promotes all the kinds of products that would really be related to your interests. So I'm wondering if it's a kind of a similar algorithm. And then it says, a little bit further on, it says, once you've created your prompt, interests will do the work for you, continuously scanning Amazon's store and proactively notifying you about newly available and relevant products, restocks, and deals that align with your interests. So for sellers, this is really important to understand that you need to optimize your listings based on these new AI features. So for example, maybe looking at how you can optimize your listings based on your target customers' interests. So that's something we'll talk about, more and more with Helium 10 on how to optimize your listings, but something to really keep in mind on how can you really make sure that you have your target audience interests kind of put in your listing so that you can be discovered in this. And then also audience targeting, I think, is going to be more and more powerful with this new feature because it's going to be basically targeting based on audiences. So really helpful to just kind of boost your visibility with this feature. So I think AI is changing the game very rapidly. So it's important to stay on top of how customers are finding your products so that we as sellers can stay in the game. So let's go ahead and get into the next article, and that is pretty exciting news, and it is about our Prime Day deal scheduling. Okay, so this year Prime Day is a 4-day event, which is going to allow customers even more time to shop and discover millions of deals. So Bradley actually last year predicted the exact dates, and I was really, really impressed that he was able to calculate and predict the exact dates of Prime Day. This year, because it's 4 days, I think it's a little bit more challenging, but I did ask him and he predicts July 14th or 15th. So we're going to see. And so once they announce that, we'll go back to this and kind of see if his predictions were accurate. So let's go ahead and get into the deals. And if we go a little bit further here on this, this is the announcement in Seller Central. Talks a little bit about the deals. So we've got now some new deals in here, Prime exclusive best deals. They offer basically a huge discount. And in addition to customers discovering best deals on the Amazon's deals page during the event, best deals are also eligible for event merchandising, including badging and features on the events page or homepage. Best deals have a minimum discount of 15%. So minimum requirement of 15%. We also have Prime exclusive lightning deals, which allow you to offer a steep discount for a limited time during the event. And they're going to be scheduled to run for 12 hours during the main events or until they're sold out and as scheduled by Amazon. And they're similar to best deals. Customers can discover lightning deals on the Amazon's deals page during the event. And lightning deals are also eligible for event merchandising, including badging and features on the events page or homepage. Lightning deals have a minimum discount requirement of 20%. So minimum of 20%. If you want to give that kind of a discount, you can. You can give even higher if you want more traction there. And the next deal is the Prime exclusive price discounts, which are price discounts that are offered to Prime members only. And this promotion can be applied nationally to Prime eligible FBA products or certain seller fulfilled items with free shipping, and Prime exclusive discounts are eligible to receive an event badge visible in search on the product detail page and in the cart. And Prime exclusive discounts require a minimum of 15% discount. And then finally, Prime member coupons, which are a point of sale discount offered on a single product or set of products. And eligible coupons will have an automated merchandising on the events page, shopping results, and product detail page. And the coupons require a minimum of 5%. So if you wanted to give less of a discount, you can go ahead and do that one. So Prime exclusive deals and light deals must be scheduled by May 23rd. So make sure you schedule those by May 23rd if you want to do them. And then the Prime exclusive price discounts will open on May 5th and close 6 hours before the end of the event. So you can kind of keep those as an ongoing thing. Make sure also to, it says at the bottom here of this article, that you need to send in your inventory June 9th FBA shipments with minimal shipment splits option selected, and June 18th for FBA shipments with Amazon optimized shipment splits. So make sure you keep track of those dates and all of these different discounts that you want to offer to make sure you don't miss out on this Prime Day of 2025. Okay, so let's talk about the next thing. And this was actually announced at Prosper this year, and it is the Walmart Seller Summit dates for this year. So it's going to be in August in beautiful San Diego. I'm biased because I'm from San Diego and I think it's the most beautiful city. So sunny San Diego. It's going to be August 25th to the 27th. And something that you can actually look at the agenda. They have some sessions breakouts down here. And so it's going to have, a lot of basically an expo hall and all the same stuff, but there's sessions. But then I noticed on the 27th, they're going to have a Spark Bar, which is more seller support. So they actually have that, I think, all 3 days, which is really, really amazing. Where if you have any issues that you haven't been able to fix, I would suggest going to the summit and getting them fixed at that time and just scheduling an appointment to make sure that you get on that list for that. So if you want to register, I think it's free to register. So go ahead and register for the Walmart Seller Summit. Okay, and next up, I was actually at Prosper last week, and there was a lot of chatter about AI images. And I think it's a very big thing coming into 2025 and just kind of beyond. It's really kind of an evolving thing, and things change very, very quickly with this. So I'm going to just go ahead and show you a post Andrew Bell made, and he basically talked about some different things that he's done. Here's some of the tips that he mentioned for directing AI to create good images. The first thing is you're going to prompt like a director. So you want to define this scene, you want to define the emotion, the layout, the background, and all of the lighting, okay? Really important to do that. Also specify the backdrops, the soft surfaces, any kind of emotion, make sure to put that in there. Also, if you wanted to put, benefits and features, add those in, be very clear about them. Use modular layouts and hero shots and callouts and ions, which are conversion ready. Prompt for soft natural light or product style lighting, depending on the format. Be specific, like crisp shadows, matte textures, held in hand, not just realistic. Because a lot of us will just put realistic on there, but somebody's holding it in their hand. Crisp shadows, I think those are really good tips. Instead of saying to AI, hey, put the logo somewhere, place the logo in the upper third, or define exactly what the font style is, or you can even upload a picture of your logo to make sure you have it correct on there, and then specify where you want to place it. And, prompt the AI to kind of show a story. So include people, use cases, subtle cues like half open packaging or motion. Like I've seen some, pictures where they're AI generated, but they're not fully detailed with, maybe if somebody's like drinking a water bottle, maybe the cap needs to be off instead of, drinking out of a bottle with a closed cap, things like that. Basically, you're going to want to, do as much as you can to give detail in your AI images to make sure that AI will give you the correct image. Now, you're going to want to play with this a lot. I've actually been playing with this quite a bit, and sometimes I get great images and sometimes they're not so great. So just keep on prompting it, keep on trying to give as many details, and then take note of what works well for you. Also, a lot of people do post their SOPs on LinkedIn. So there's a bunch of people that you can follow in the space that will help you with their SOPs. And so basically, take note of all of those different posts on LinkedIn if you haven't as well, and even in Facebook groups. Let's go ahead and get into the next topic, which is B2B pricing tools. And I think this is a very interesting topic. I'm not sure how many sellers have been successful with this, but it does seem to be a growing kind of market within Amazon. So to help you with your B2B business, Amazon has actually created an action panel that provides B2B pricing insights and recommendations. One of the recommendations is actionable pricing opportunities, which suggest recommended action to update and optimize your business accounts. So they basically provide data to show how business discounts can improve sales and page views across similar products within the category. So that's one way they do it. They also talk about competitive pricing intelligence, which helps you compare your business price against key metrics such as the featured offer price, lowest price, and business savings blue badge price on Amazon Business. So you can make more informed decisions about pricing. Okay. And then it goes on to the last thing, which is quantity discount recommendations. And they're going to basically help you create attractive bulk pricing offers. And you'll receive these kind of tailored suggestions. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely something to check out and maybe expand your business if you want to, continue to grow in 2025 and beyond. This might be a really good avenue for you to check out. Okay, and we have some major news with Temu in Australia. So I'll go ahead and share this article. They announced that they're going to be allowing Australian sellers to start selling on Temu. And previously this was only allowed with Chinese sellers, so they would basically import. But now Australian businesses can also offer their products on Temu in Australia. So if you're in Australia, go ahead and check this out. It might be a great opportunity for you there. All right, next up, I'm going to hand it off to Shivali for the Helium 10 feature alerts. Now, Helium 10 is always striving to provide you the most up-to-date tools with the most up-to-date information. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to Shivali to let you know what the latest and greatest with Helium 10 is.
Hey guys, this week we have 4 new feature alerts, so let's go ahead and jump straight in. The first thing comes from Search Query Analyzer. This is one of our newer tools and I'm really excited about it. So if you haven't utilized it yet, make sure that you go into Tools and you find it underneath Analytics and make use. We have now access to multiple marketplaces, meaning you can go in and if you sell in, say, the Brazilian marketplace, Canada, or Mexico, you can toggle into any one of these, select the number of weeks that you're interested in or whichever weeks you're interested in, and then add in your ASIN through ID or title. Now, if you have your token inside of Helium 10 connected to Seller Central, then this should be easy because it just populates. And I'm going to go ahead and select, let's say, one of these coffin shelves. In doing so and clicking Apply Filters, you'll actually see it says Report Data Preparation in Progress. It may take up to a day and you can find it in history when ready. Now, this is not going to be a regular thing. Eventually, the data will load automatically. But for the time being, while we're still downloading the data from API, you will see this. So if you are interested in taking a look at one of these marketplaces, just prepare yourself and know that it can take up to a day. Now, let's say that once you have that data loaded, you know that there are certain filters you're going to go in and utilize time and time again. These are going to be the ones that help you keep a pulse on your business. And so maybe you're interested in saving them and ensuring that that's one of your default views that you can quickly access to make life efficient and your business processes a little bit faster. What you can do is go in and create your conjunction of filters. Let's say you're interested in seeing all of those keywords that have a minimum click-through rate of 30%, and maybe your impressions are a minimum of 400, max of something for organic rank, whatever the case may be for you. You can go in, input that in, click Save as Filter Preset right here, right next to clear, and apply filters. In doing so, this is going to pop up inside of your filter library, which now every time that you go into Search Query Analyzer, you can just quickly access from there. The third thing that I'm going to mention inside of Search Query Analyzer that is a new feature is going to be integration with Helium 10 ads, meaning now you have access to ads metrics inside of the tool itself. To take a look at those if you're not seeing them already, click Customize right here, the gears icon, and there you have it. You have PPC units sold, ACOS, CTR, ROAS, PPC sales, whatever you want to customize your columns to, you can do that right there. The fourth new feature alert is going to be inside of Product Launchpad. Now, if you don't know what Product Launchpad is, it's one of our tools that we use to validate product ideas. At least that is the original intention behind it. What you can do is go into, say, a niche, for example, walkie-talkies for kids, input in the keywords that you are looking at that you might use for your listing or for ads later on, as well as the competitors that you are going to be stacking up next to. It'll give you a lot of historical context of what the revenue has looked like over time, some other cool things, and then you'll get the idea scorecard, which is a breakdown of different factors you might want to consider before you actually jump into that niche. This can include things like your search volume and how it's ebbed and flowed over time, alongside your market size, what the China seller share looks like, what the average number of negative reviews are. whether or not you are a manufacturer, how many suitable suppliers you even have for that market, alongside business biases, intuition, future market predictions, etc. Now, the cool thing that we just added is adjust rules, because what you deem important is going to be different from what I deem as important when I'm going through validating an idea. And that is why you can now toggle an entire thing off or on. Plus, you can click this drop down, which I highly encourage you to do, and actually change this out to be something that fits your vision. So let's say that I know I'm pairing my physical product with a digital product. I'm not really so worried about foreign sellers coming in and actually monopolizing that market, because they can't really duplicate what I'm doing anyways. And so I might decrease this down from 25% to 10%. Or alternatively, I might say, hey, my differentiation factor is pretty freaking similar. And so I want to up this out, because anything that has 80% China seller share, I don't want to touch with a stick. And so you can go in and change out that weight distribution. Same thing for any of these other factors you're really seeing here. So guys, make sure that you take advantage of these 4 new feature alerts, because they are there to help make life more easy and scale your business. With that, let me pass the baton back to Carrie.
Thank you so much, Shivali, for sharing that. That was great. So if you haven't checked those out, go ahead and check them out now and start implementing them into your business. All right, so last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and get into the strategy of the week. And this is with our new search query analyzer tool. Now, you obviously have access to data within Seller Central for search query, but what we've done is we've been able to import this data in. If you have brand registry and your Helium 10 account is connected to Seller Central, you can actually import this into the search query analyzer, and we made it very easy to sort through this data. Now, something that I think is something I have an issue with Seller Central, and others have said this, is that filtering through this data is very difficult. And so we've made it very easy, and I want to just show you how easy it is to filter through these things and find some really golden keywords. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. So this is our search query analyzer tool here, and this is our latest and greatest. So hopefully you guys have started playing around with this, but let's go ahead and take a look. And what you can do is you can actually, and I've already actually chosen some months, but you can go back and choose whatever months you want to take a look at this search query performance for. And you have a bunch listed in here. Now, if you don't see a bunch of data right away, that means that it needs to just load. And that's an Amazon thing where there's this kind of like a lag to actually load. So it might take a little bit of time, but once you have it loaded in, it's ready to go. And something else you can do is you can actually analyze more than one product at a time, which you cannot do in Seller Central. So right here, I'm analyzing 2 different products here, and they're actually both egg trays, but basically went ahead and applied the filters there. And these are the results that we've gotten. And I wanted to bring your attention to the My Purchase. Now you can sort this column to show the highest number of sales for each keyword. So egg holder for fridge, we had 9 purchases for egg holder for fridge. So shows you the keywords where you were getting the most sales, where you can really kind of double down on these keywords. And if you scroll over, you can see your conversion rate compared to the market conversion rate. And what I love is the actual conversion variance. If this is negative, that means that you are less than the market average conversion rate. So something you might want to think about is, how can I get my conversion rate up? Should I improve my images? What can I do? Or, maybe that particular keyword isn't super relevant, so that might be why, but might be a good, data point to figure out exactly what it is that you might need to do to get that conversion rate up. But that is a great thing to do. And then we also have the keyword sales listed, which I really love because it helps you to prioritize these. So egg holder for fridge is there's a lot of keyword sales on that. So something that you might want to think about, hey, how can I get my conversion rate higher than the market average? Okay, so this is an incredible tool, and that's just kind of one of the things that you can do. There's so much you can do with it, filtering through this data. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out and get in there and start finding those keywords that are really important for you. Make sure that you're doubling down on those really important keywords. And if you need to do something to optimize your listing to improve your conversion rate, you can focus on that as well. All right, so I want to leave you with some dates where you can actually meet Bradley Sutton in person. He's going to be at some conferences in Europe. So the first one is the Amazon Business Know-How Conference, which is going to be April 24th and 25th in Warsaw, Poland. And then the second one is the Amazing Days Summit, which is going to be on April 25th in Sofia, Bulgaria. So there's going to be amazing learning opportunities at these conferences, and you'll also be able to meet Bradley Sutton. So if you haven't registered for those and you're in those areas, or maybe you want to travel to those areas, go ahead and sign up for those conferences. And that is all for this week's episode of the Weekly Buzz. So we will see you next week to see what's buzzing. Bye, everyone.